It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome back, it's Amir
And Samantha, and together we are
Kayla
Kayla Meets World.
Kayla meets Mwah.
Basically go over what we believe are the 15 principles
to live life by.
Exactly. So let's get started.
Alright guys, so the first principle to live life by is you always have to put your family's well-being first. So basically, let's just say for anyone out there, right? So family first, that could mean a lot of different things. If you live by this principle, it could be things like your wife's getting pregnant, like she's giving birth, you know, you drop what you're doing to go there because your family's first. It's something obvious, right? It's like people know this and live by it already. You got a long days at work, but you know your daughter's piano concert is today at school or something, you know. So you gotta put your family first. It could be things like, you know, having an affair is going against your family's well-being. So yeah, what do you think? I just gave a few examples.
Yeah, I agree. I also think that the well-being of your family is not only like being there for them, but also providing to them emotionally and mentally. Principle number 2.
Wake up and face every day with immense excitement and energy. So this is like basically this is like you're waking up, you have another day of your life. You know, there's things out there that are unlimited, you know, like you can just keep breathing air and like you'll die before it ever runs out. But there are only so many days in your life, and you have to face each day with if you treat it that way, you're gonna face it every day with a lot of energy, enthusiasm, excitement. You'll raise the energy of those around you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, tackling the day with full-on energy and positivity is definitely the way to go. I mean, imagine you wake up and you feel like your life is shit, and it's like, that's not how it is. You gotta be positive, and yeah, you just gotta be positive. You gotta have that energy to tackle the day, and that also entails that you are eating healthy, you're exercising, you're, you know, treating your body physically with positivity by exercising, but you're also filling yourself with positivity through mental stimulation and your mentality. So if you wake up every morning energetic and ready to tackle the day, then that's exactly what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of waking up with energy is you need to get your good night of rest. Or how else are you gonna have that energy in the morning? You know, you need to eat right, you need to drink. You got to get the essentials in. You got to exercise, will help you with your energy. All those are basic fundamentals. You ask anyone out there if is exercise bad for my health? Like no one thinks that way. Everybody knows it's healthy. We just make a choice not to do it ourselves. So yeah, all of that is under the umbrella of facing every day with immense energy and passion.
Principle number 3, and I personally am not good at this one, never complain. So, you know, there's a difference between actually like being upset about something and also like complaining about something. And the difference is that usually when you're complaining about something, it's usually something that's insignificant, something that kind of touches your emotions, something that triggers you for whatever reason. And, you know, try to not waste your energy on those kind of things. You want to, and make sure that, again, keeping up with the positivity and being able to keep that mentality, that's one of the ways that you can do that is by not complaining.
Yeah. So, like, essentially, when you complain, you're just reinforcing that negative state of mind that you're in. Why do you want to get back in there?
Yeah.
Like, you might as well actively move forward and get out of there.
Yep.
I mean, by complaining, you're gonna end up going in that negative state of mind. You're gonna go, you can eventually fall into this loophole, gossip, complain, all this and that, talking behind their back. It's just a downward spiral. You might as well just get out of it. Don't even get into it to begin with. All right, guys. Principle number 4 to live life by is to wake up one step forward every day. Do not go to sleep that night without knowing that you advanced forward by the end of the day. So this goes to all of you. I used to be in this loophole, like waking up playing video games all the time, having no purpose, having no direction. I lived it 10 years ago. So having direction, having somewhere to work towards to, and keeping on moving on for every day forward and forward, whether you're saving for you're saving up for something, whether it is you're working out and towards a goal, whether it's a competition, whatever it is, always try to make sure every day you're waking up one step forward.
Yeah, and this can go with anything. Like it could be as impactful as Amir's examples, or it could be some of the smaller things. Like let's just say, for instance, that you wanted to read a chapter a day in a book, and so you allocate an hour to strictly making sure that you finish that chapter in your book, and that is like one step forward from where you were before. Another example, like maybe you wanted to go back into a swimming routine. I used to swim every Sunday, and it would always be such a pain, like waking up in the morning on Sunday, and I have to get dressed, I have to go and touch the cold water in the pool, but like that's one step forward. You make that step in your life, you make that one change in your lifestyle or your routine, and something changes about you, and that's what you should be striving for. So always making sure that you're going to be one step forward is definitely a principle that you should follow.
Principle number 5, don't let your future self
okay, I got it. All right.
regret your today's inaction or indecision, or basically in life, if you go ask people that are in their 70s, 80s, 90s, approaching the end, ask them for their advice. A lot of the times what I've seen is that the biggest regret is not actually doing something. That's the biggest regret. Whatever it is you want to do, you want to pick up a new hobby, learn to play an instrument, just don't let your future self regret that, oh, I should have done that, because that's the worst type of regret.
Yeah, so when you look back on like pictures or videos, or like you look back on things that you've written, like I've done this all the time. I used to journal quite a bit when I was younger, and I read back on some of the things that I've written to myself, and it's like, wow, like am I the same person that I am today, or have I done things that I feel like I've accomplished and become who I'd like to be? Like whatever you do right now is basically going to impact who you are in the future. So like I could be looking back on this video right now, and I could be like, hey, I am not happy with who I am, or I am positively like super satisfied with who I am. And so every action counts, so just remember that.
So principle number 6, choose to be happy, because happiness is a choice. Happiness is from within. Happiness does not come from any external event happenings. You can look at people living in like the worst of conditions and the ruralest of areas, and people going through a lot worse than we are in the developed country, first world country. So, and you'll find people that are happy there, and people that have gone through so much stuff and they're still happy. So happiness does not come from any external matters. It is an internal happiness is from within yourself. So making the decision to be happy is a choice you make every day.
Yep, I agree. I feel like in terms of like there are people who I've met, including Amir, who can go from like super angry and like super like emotional state, and then completely like 0 to 100 like calm themselves down. And I've always been fascinated, because for me, I have to take time to mull over like all the negativity. I have to spend that time really analyzing everything. But really, the truth is that everything starts from the core and from who you are inside. And so if you actively choose to be happy and ignore the external factors that appear to be ruining your life, the truth is that they're not. The point is that you have full control of your own life, and you are the main character in this life of yours. So you have the power to control however you feel in any type of situation.
That's deep. That's deep. That's very deep.
Principle number 7 is to always be grateful and appreciate everything and everyone in your life, even the bad ones. People come and go in your life, and you need to realize that they're either there to stay and support you and love you through your journey, or they are just a character in your life to provide some kind of lesson or some kind of moral that develops in yourself to tackle the world and live your life. So no matter what, who they are, if they've done bad, if they've done good, just appreciate everything that you have and where you stand in your life, and you will live happily. What do you think?
Yeah, gratitude and appreciation goes a long way in molding the way you think and your mindset. Because there could be 100 people and something happens, and 100 people perceive it 100 different ways.
Yep.
So you choose. It's in the eye of the beholder. It's your perception of what's happening in reality. And principle number 8. Let me double check. All right. Principle number 8 to live life by is to take full responsibility. So taking full responsibility in the fullest of forms is the hardest thing you can do. It is not easy at all. Now, even for someone who is not has a big ego or prideful, even for those people, it is hard to. So, for example, let's just say there's a situation where you're clearly not in the fault, and you're like, I am not in the fault. I am not the problem.
Yeah.
You know? So, how do you take full responsibility of that, right? Because no, ask 100 people, almost all of them will say, they're the problem, So by taking full responsibility, you shift the way you think, and you put the pride down, you put the ego aside, and you just get to the bottom of it as like a math problem. It's a goddamn math problem. Put the ego aside, put yourself away, and just solve the problem.
Carry the ego over the equal sign, it becomes a negative, and then what does it become? A positive. Yeah,
exactly. So yeah, that's basically it of taking full responsibility. It is very hard to do, and to take it in the fullest of form will go a long way in solving problems and preventing problems.
Number 9 principle of living life to its fullest is to always look at every problem as feedback and not problems. Now, what that means is that usually when a problem arises, you are faced with some sort of criticism or hurtful words which are given to you, and we're all human. We're gonna take it in some kind of emotional form, but the whole point is that whatever is being said to you is just feedback on how to live your life better, and taking it as such instead of putting your emotions into it and thinking it's almost like the ego again, right? Like if you take away your ego and you say to yourself, okay, this person is giving this criticism not to hurt me but to help me improve, and so that's how you should be living your life. Although I'm not too much of that principle, but I will practice, and I will say that now that I am hoping to achieve those principles.
Well, I mean, all 15 principles. It's always, it's not. You're never gonna reach your destination. That's the thing about this. It's always a progression forward towards the destination.
Yeah.
So even the best of people like Gandhi, Buddha, even the best of the people like Jesus, they never reach perfection. They were always working towards it. They're probably just a lot further ahead down the line, but everyone is working towards it. So just because you're not there, I'm not there, other people are not there, it's okay. The idea is that we're all practicing and moving forward towards it. That's kind of the whole point of it. Expanding on feedback, not problems, is that let's just say you're at work and you get assigned something, or you get something happens, you get another email, you're like, oh crap, I got another problem. It's the wrong way of looking at it. It's like, oh, I got some more feedback, so I got some more feedback, now I know what to do. You failed your exam. Oh, that's another problem, I gotta write it again, right? Or, oh, I got some feedback on my exam, I know what I did wrong, and now I'm gonna adapt for next time. Totally different point of view. Oh yes, principle number 10 to live life by is to give it your 100% to everything every day. Yeah, give it your full energy. Don't try to like say, oh, I'm gonna try to go to the gym, today, and then you're like kind of like wishy-washy about it, because you're not gonna do it. If you're gonna dedicate to something, you got to give it your 100%, and that's everything every day.
Yeah, and I think that's probably one of the hardest principles to follow by, because people are lazy. Okay, I don't know if it's just me, but you always find a way to cheat, or you find a way to like cut corners basically, and I'm that type of person. I'm like, if I can cut corners and I can still get the job done, then yeah. But like putting 100% and everything you do, and really just having the passion for it, that's a good one. Yeah,
it's one thing to like cut corners. There's a one thing to you get your end outcome and you just got there faster, like.
No, okay, yeah. That's what I meant.
That's more efficient, right? So
that's what I meant when I do that.
You're giving your 100%. Now you found a faster way to get there. So,
yeah.
But like, let's just say, you're going to the gym and you got to do like 10 push-ups. When you cheat and you kind of do 5, you're only cheating yourself.
Yep.
You're only cheating yourself. It's not a shortcut to the destination, to the goal. It's just a shortcut to nowhere. So you got to give your 100%. You got to give it all and to everything you do. Otherwise, why are you trying it?
That's true. Principle number 12 on living your life to its fullest is to detach from emotions. And again, I say that with full disclosure that I am not the best at this principle. It's very hard to attach from emotions, and I feel that, but I can acknowledge that, detaching from emotions helps you not only look at the situation logically, but also just to get a clearer sense of what the main message is supposed to be. This kind of falls in line with like when you go into arguments and you feel like the person is attacking you, like playing fire with fire is going to ultimately like fix that, but it never does. So as long as you detach your emotions from the situation and you're able to think a little bit more critically, you'll be able to live your fullest life.
Wow, that was phenomenal.
Okay.
All right, principle number 12.
Yep.
Be careful what you tolerate. Now I say this because what you tolerate is what you're gonna get. So from wide variety of things, like everything from like a manager and their employee, you tolerate being late, they'll continue to come in late. Even with your kids, you tolerate like late bedtime curfew, they'll just keep doing that. But if you start to show that you care and you don't tolerate it, then that habit or whatever it is gonna start to go away. Out there, I was talking about generally, if you tolerate something, then they're gonna keep doing it. If you don't tolerate it, then they're not gonna stop doing it. So now this is the whole idea, is the principle is be careful what you choose to tolerate. Now, if you don't like certain things and you're tolerating them, you're just asking for them to come in. So then if you're going to be complaining about things you tolerate and they're coming, it's only your own problem and your own causing, because you're not taking full responsibility, like principle number 8, and resolving it.
Principle number 13 of living your life to its fullest. And again, I am not a good practicer on this one,
Practicer, yes.
Practicer. But it is to
Do what
do what you say you will do. I have a problem with this because I will say one thing and then end up doing something else, or it may not even be intentional. Like I could be saying like, oh, I'm gonna go and get lunch, and I say like a specific item, but then I end up getting something else and I'm appearing to not be sticking to my word. And so you just need to be clear, be concise. I know I've gotten this lecture so many times from my family, and you know, even up till now I still try to put into practice, but then something goes wrong. So just keep at it, keep doing your thing. You should be able to say exactly as it is and be true to yourself.
Well, yeah. So I mean, doing what you say you're gonna say you're gonna do. It goes. So it depends, right? So like, for example, I'm gonna have for dinner like either sushi or pizza. Now I don't know what I'm gonna have yet. That's like the decision hasn't been made yet.
Yep.
So you know, now like for example, now if I get like a burger, like that doesn't really matter because I haven't made a decision yet. So that's a different story. But whereas I say I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Now, am I gonna stay true to that? Like tomorrow comes around, did I go to the gym at 7 o'clock? And that's what I mean by like staying true to what you say. Not just like gym, like you say you're gonna do something. I'm gonna like I'm gonna like, let's just say I'm gonna take a class this summer on this. You know, like come by summer 7 months later, did I do that? That's like a far projection too, right? So that's what I mean by staying true to what you say. Because when you say something, because if you keep saying things and you don't do them, now who's gonna believe you? You're gonna say one thing. How do I know you're gonna actually, like, how do I know you're saying it? When you do everything that you say, people will respect what you say. They know when you say something, it's something serious. You say you're gonna do something, they know they're gonna do it because you always do what you say you do. And that's like the level of respect and level of confidence you'll build, the discipline, all of that is coming just by the fact that you're doing what you say you're gonna do. All right, guys. Principle number 14, the second to last and one to live life by is stay out of your comfort zone. All right, guys. So this is where. So staying out of your comfort zone is. There's so much juice about this. All right, here, guys. Here's an example of me staying out of my comfort zone. Here, babe, hold the camera and film me.
Okay.
Guys, I'm uncomfortable right now doing this, but I'll do this for you on camera anyways. Totally spontaneous. Alright guys, I got out of my comfort zone and I did a backflip randomly. Now, that is just an example of kind of being weird, but anyway, this is staying out of your comfort zone, doing things that are you're not comfortable, staying on the edge, staying on the top of your toes. This will keep you in the state of mind of being open. You're trying, and when you're comfortable, you're just gonna stay in your bubble and never do anything. This could be anything from talking to that person you want to talk to, networking, or that girl, or the date. That backflip was kind of tiring. I don't know why. You want to take over?
Alright, I'll take over. Yeah, I think definitely staying out of your comfort zone. Like, people don't achieve things by staying in their bubble. They need to be able to be versatile, be able to adapt, and be able to really embrace big change or little changes even. Just embracing change in general. That's the way that you would be able to really fulfill your life to its fullest.
Yeah, like people hate change so much. It's Facebook updated. What is this? I don't like it. New software update or whatever. I don't like it, or newer version of the software. And anyways, people don't like change.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, if you look at 100 years ago, you know, no light bulb, no lights,
Yeah.
no planes. You know, planes just came around that time. Like, there's so much change happening. Why? Like, we should be embracing change and being like, change is good, and the ability to adapt to change is a lot easier when you're always stepping outside of your comfort zone, and not doing big things. It could be just small things to get started, to get out of your comfort zone. That's the only way you're gonna actually be able to easily do more things. Like going for the walk, you know, if it's your first time, that's out of your comfort zone. That's you know.
Doing this is out of my comfort zone. I'm holding a selfie stick while we're taking a walk.
Yeah, holding
through the neighborhood.
Holding a selfie stick is kind of out of our comfort zone because it's kind of awkward and weird to do that. Like, who does that? But yeah, that's an example of stepping out of your comfort zone, because otherwise we wouldn't have to deliver this video and this content to you guys.
All right, and finally, the last principle number 15. Principle number 15 is that life is too short, and very simply putting it at that, life is too short to be living someone else's life. Life is too short to be, you know, trying to please everyone on this earth, because really, and this is kind of going back on, you know, doing the whole ego thing, but the world is your oyster and the world is all about you. So, you know, live your life that way. Just make sure that you're living for yourself, because the person who will have to deal with it at the end of the day is you. So yeah, just embrace the fact that life is short and life is precious, and, you know, just do whatever you want to do. Yeah, and again, I'm not the best at this principle either, but you got this.
Of course, no, keep it legal.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it legal.
before someone chases us.
Yeah.
They told me, said this Indian couple told me to rob this house. He says do whatever. You know, like.
Okay, within reason, obviously. Do whatever you want. Do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. Do what makes you smile. What makes you, you know, what makes you wake up in the morning. Do whatever you want to do.
Life is short, so you know, when you're arguing and you're like fully steamed up, you're not gonna forget how life short is. You're not gonna remember how life short is at that time. But in all these other scenarios, you failed something, and then, you know, you whatever that is, you failed that. You're gonna like, oh my god, my life is over. Anyways, there's so much stuff that you're going through, and you think it's the end of the world. It's not. You know, time's gonna pass. Life is short, and the faster you move on and adapt, the more time you'll have to appreciate your life.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys liked our 15 principles, or if you even made it to the end, thank you for being here. Thank you. You guys are much appreciated. But yeah, if you guys have principles similar to that, or if you have other principles that you like to add, feel free to leave a comment down below. But other than that, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and tap that notification bell so you can be notified on future videos that we decide to post.